Hi, I'm Rich Heffron. This is this week's Delaware State Chamber of Commerce Legislative Minute. We did miss a week. My producer, Rana Fayez, was away for the week, so we decided to skip the week because we knew the production would not be as sharp without her here. Anyway, what's going on in Delaware? Well, there's a lot of talk about DuPont and what all that means. One of the things that it would mean is there's going to be a lot of people available who have backgrounds that would be either valuable to other companies or the possibility is starting their own companies, startup companies. And we think that's part of the future, a big part of the future in Delaware. We're already heading down that road. We're not where we need to be, but there's some things on the horizon which look pretty bright. You might have read in the newspaper there was a session with people from DuPont to talk about how you start a company when they want to start a company. And there's going to be more on that front as we work on it, and we're obviously big supporters of providing the services necessary for those people who may have a product that they think they can make viable, or maybe they have an idea that they'd like to expand on. One example was in the Inquirer last week. There's already a company here, Carver Ties, and it's linked in the on our page. Two young guys out of the University of Delaware who happen to be members of the chamber. They came up with this idea to wrap cars for companies that obviously pay a fee, and they pay the driver of the car a fee for having the car wrapped. It seems to be very successful. On top of that, they've used technology to actually track where those cars have been and where they're going, so they know where their advertising has been. A unique concept. I know from the article in the Inquirer, I talked to the owners, and they think they're going to have a very busy week with lots of phone calls. As a matter of fact, I know of one major university in the area that I'm connected with that's looking at this. So that's the type of, this is how business is going to grow in the future, and how business is going to grow in Delaware. The other thing is there's a new technology incubator, the Mill, which is modeled on the WeWorks concept out of Philadelphia, New York, which is about halfway completed. They're in the Brandywine building. They'll be finished in another couple weeks. High tech, young people, and it companies any size from one person to 20 or 30 people will have space there. I've been there. It's not completed, but it's going to be amazing when it's done. But things are happening in Delaware, and our job is to help them grow. Last week, as a matter of fact, I testified before Joint Finance Committee in favor of the budget for the University of Delaware. I talked about how important it is that universities and higher education promote research and educate the workers of the future. We support investment in all our schools of higher education because we think that is our future. So we're on the forefront there. And frankly, we lag other states a little bit in what we invest in our universities and our colleges, and we need to pick it up. Anyway, legislature comes back in about 2 weeks. We'll have some things to report. We'll have some idea where they're heading with the budget. And on March 22nd, we have our annual spring legislative brunch where the governor will speak. So it updates his State of the State address, and also it's our manufacturing conference. And we're going to talk a little bit. We're going to have a session on supply chain, which should be interesting. Last year it was a big success. Manufacturers step up big. If you get a chance, stop by, get to hear the governor, get that brunch, and the manufacturers set up tables. And I always hear from people, wow, I didn't know they made that in Delaware. I didn't even know people manufactured that item, or I didn't know where that came from. It's a pretty interesting day. So if you get a chance, come on down to Dover, Deltec in Dover, and visit. It's worth it. Thank you for watching. We'll be back next week.